So let's go through. I have a handful of email messages I can share with you. So an email message, a cold email that's designed around your value points building block might look something like this. So the subject line, we just stick one of our value points in the subject line. So like a value point for my services and my product is decreasing sales staff turnover. I could use as a subject line decreasing sales staff turnover. Just that. No exclamation points, no emoticons, just that. No all caps. And so let's look at what an email might look like. Hello, contact first name. The reason for the email is we help sales managers to decrease sales staff turnover, improve reps' ability to generate leads and new accounts, improve the sales performance of the sales team overall. I don't know if you want to improve any of those areas, and that's why I'm reaching out. Are you available for a 15-20 minute meeting where I can share some examples how we've helped other VPs of sales to decrease sales staff turnover? Best regards, Michael Halper. So just to look at this real quick, very economical on the word count. You might even look at that and say, it's kind of plain. It's plain by design. We have plenty of information to share, but, and this is where most salespeople go wrong, is they put everything they want to say in one email and then it's extremely long. Then that email gets instantly deleted just because it was long. Then the salesperson doesn't have anything left to say in email 2, so then they end up sending the email message of, did you receive my last email? Let me know if you have time to meet, as their email number 2. So we don't need to say everything because we know there's more emails coming. So this is just part of the story. This is the value part of your story. The other thing is that there's a sales takeaway here, which is, I don't know if you want to improve those areas. So we've talked a little bit already in the Smart Sales System about sales takeaway. We're going to drill into the logic behind doing a takeaway towards the end when we talk about closing. But this is a very good touch to kind of decrease the guardedness of the prospect. And then there's the close of going for the meeting, not asking if they need what they sell. By the way, if you go for the meeting, you greatly increase the odds of a fit and a match versus going for the close of does the prospect need what I sell today? If we go back to the website design service, if you're saying, do you need what I sell today? What you're doing is you're creating a very small target. There might be a large pool of prospects that you could that have a reason to talk to you, but if your question is, do you need what I sell today? You greatly shrink that target and you make it very specific. So by going for the meeting, not only is that a more logical thing to close for, because that's the next thing. I'm not gonna sell to you over email. The next step is to talk. So let close for the talking. Not only is it more logical, not only is it less pushy and less sales product pushing, but it also increases the target because you're less specific about what you're trying to close for. Cold email pain points. Almost the exact same email, just changing out the value points for pain points, and a few other words are changed. We help sales managers with the challenges of pain point 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you are concerned about any of those areas, and that's why I'm reaching out. Same close and whatnot. So that's the pain points email. We can use your name drop building block. The subject line is maybe the improvement that you delivered for a previous customer. Hello, Mary. The reason for the email is we worked with XYZ Corp and helped them to decrease their sales staff turnover by 25%. This ultimately helped them to improve their overall sales by 13%. I don't know if we can help you in that same way, and that's why I'm reaching out. Sales takeaway, same close. Are you available for a 15-20 minute meeting? Best regards. Name drop a cold email. This is a pain questions cold email. Now, I will admit that this is not a strong email, and if you were only going to send one email, you would not send this email by itself. But if you've already sent the previous emails, and this is email number 4, it's an okay email. And it's better than just the, hey, did you see my last emails? So this email goes something like this. I'm trying to determine if we can help you in the same way we've helped other clients. These are some of the questions I would ask you to figure that out. And then there's your pain questions. Do any of those connect with a challenge or interest that you have? If so, let's put a few minutes on the calendar for a brief conversation. Best regards. This is email number 5, and this is now we're getting to the product, right? So maybe we haven't had a reply yet, so now we're just going to start to get to what we're interested in talking to them about. We try to make it about them. Now we're going to make it about us. The reason for the email is we provide product, and that includes feature 1, feature 2, feature 3. Some ways we differ from other options out there are differentiation 1, 2, 3. Are you interested in a 15-20 minute meeting? Best regards. So we're getting into some product details here, but at least we waited before we hit them with that. And then we are focusing on more sophisticated product details by getting to the differentiation. This is just a template. So if you have certain things about your product, I mean, maybe it might not make sense for you to mention features. Maybe you have different products or services you want to mention. This is just a template for you to build on. Here's a last attempt email. So maybe you've sent those other 5 emails and you still haven't heard back. So this might be your walk away message. Subject line, checking in. Never heard back from you. I thought I would follow up with you one last time. The reason I'm trying to connect, the reason I'm reaching out is that we help other VPs of sales with, here's some benefits. If I don't hear back from you, I'll assume you're not interested in those improvements or that you aren't the right person to speak with, and I'll close the file. If I should be contacting someone else regarding this, any pointing in the right direction would be greatly appreciated. Best regards, and whatnot. Now, so those are 6 cold emails you could send. Now, I do want to point out, I mentioned to you, don't sell the product, sell the meeting. I do recognize that every salesperson is unique. So your situation might be unique, and some of our tips you might take and some of them you might disregard. And with that, I will recognize that some salespeople sell a very commonly sold product. And there's no sophistication to the sales process. There's no reason to have any meetings. You are just blasting people and looking for the people that need what you sell right now. And I call this the keep me in mind email. So it's basically you're sending an email, letting them know what you sell, and sending this so that they keep you in mind because you know that they buy it from time to time and you want them to have your info. So here's what this email looks like. Keep us in mind, and then maybe put a hyphen or a dash, and then what you sell. Since you are a VP of sales, you might need or purchase, and then insert what you sell from time to time. We provide that, so please keep us in mind when you're ready to make a purchase or a change. Some ways we differ from other options out there are differentiation 1, differentiation 2, differentiation 3. Let me know if you reach a point where you would like to put a brief call to discuss. Best regards, and then your signature. Now, you could even coach them. I wanted to keep this email brief, but there's a version of this where I've even included in the bottom. If you can hang on to this email or store it away in your vendor folder, that way you can keep us in mind when you're ready to make a change, something like that. So you're coaching the prospect to keep you in mind. Now, I personally believe in using the other emails where you're selling the meeting, you're trying to start a conversation versus this. But if you just want to do you need what I sell today? This is a good email for that.